Chapter 650. No matter what, they had managed to win the first round. She had to admit that the He family team was rather lucky. The next few matches were quite interesting. Team Windchaser went up against Team Lightning. These two teams were top teams in the country. At the very least, Lin Yan wouldn't fall asleep watching them. As the competition between the two teams in Category C began, the audience cheered louder and louder. For the audience, the most interesting and anticipated teams in Group C were the Windchaser and Lightning battle teams. No one had expected that these two great battle teams would clash in such a short period of time. The early arrival of the exciting battle had caused many to be extremely excited. However, to everyone's surprise, the Lightning battle team defeated the Windchasing battle team in an unstoppable manner. The Windchasing battle team, which was also one of the powerhouses, did not manage to obtain a single point in the battle against the Lightning battle team. After the competition ended, there was no longer any anticipation for the competition in Group C. In a sense, the Lightning battle team was already number 1 in Group C, and Wind was number 2. As for the other teams in Group C, it didn't matter anymore. They were just cannon fodder. The competition continued after the two teams had ended. The next round is Windchaser. The staff began to draw the teams. When he saw Windchaser's opponent, he smiled awkwardly. Windchaser versus Windchaser, Pei Yutong almost fainted when he heard that. The corners of Lin Yan's mouth twitched. This was fate. She hadn't earned the title of Little Prince for nothing. Every team had 3 rounds in the preliminary round, yet Pei Yutong's team had met Windchaser twice. Lin Yan couldn't bear to watch the competition, so she decided to take a nap. By the time she woke up, the competition had ended. Pei Yutong wanted to cry, but no tears would come. He was really unlucky. Boss, we met Windchaser twice. There's nothing we can do. The difference in ability is too great. One of the team members sighed heavily. Pei Yutong gritted his teeth. I want to change the team's name to Windchaser. Boss, why don't we change the name to Windchaser? What if we meet Lightning in the next round? Another team member suggested. Pei Yutong bellowed, then we should call it Windchaser. You're fired. A certain team member. How about Dodging Wind and Lightning battle team? Pei Yutong replied, I'm a team that avoids the entire game, alright? You're fired too. The Storm battle team had lost 2 matches in a row. If they lost another match, there was basically no suspense. They would be directly eliminated. He family team. Storm team, please get ready. Ha 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 ha. On the preparation stage, Mo Shuyun was laughing so hard that his face was cramping up. The heavens had opened their eyes. They were in the same group as the Storm battle team. Even their luck was too good. We're going to win 2 matches in a row. Storm is just a team that's going to give us free points. Let's work harder and send Storm away. Mo Shuyun said with a smile. The members of the Storm battle team are Wu Yong, Zhang He, and Wang Sun. The He family team consists of He Lifeng, Li Tao, and Lin Yan. Qi Xiaoyuan yelled excitedly, Lunatic, it's Lin Yan's turn. Chapter 651. Wei Shufeng looked puzzled. Logically speaking, Lin Yan shouldn't have been chosen. Pei Yutong's eyes had sparkled when he had heard that they would be competing against the He family team. When he had heard that Wu Yong had been chosen, his eyes had lit up even more. So, this round, their Storm battle team was finally going to win. When he heard that the He family team had chosen Lin Yan, Pei Yutong's eyes darkened and he almost fainted on the spot. From now on, Storm will be called the Dodging Daddy team. Pei Yutong felt as though his heart was being torn apart. Soon, Lin Yan, He Lifeng, and the rest of the team raced. The rules of the competition were a 3-person relay race. There would be a total of 3 racers, and each racer would wait at a race point. If a racer lost the first point, the second racer would take over. If the racer didn't lose the first point, he could continue running until the end of the race. There would be a total of 3 points, and the first team to score 2 points would win the race. Lin Yan had chosen the first position, so she would be facing Storm's captain, Wu Yong. Lin Yan had gotten ready and was sitting in the driver's seat. Lin Yan's appearance attracted a lot of attention. After all, Lin Yan wasn't just a racer who worked for the He family. That Lin Yan. I heard that she defeated WW. Ha ha ha. How could you believe that? There's no way such a competition could be faked. Let's see how good Lin Yan is. Lin Yan forced herself to portray the role of Yeva. I don't know how she managed to get the role, but I reckon she has no choice but to give up. Anyway, it doesn't matter anymore. As Lin Yan stepped onto the track, the audience continued to discuss among themselves. However, Lin Yan, who was sitting in the driver's seat, couldn't care less about their mocking remarks. She couldn't hear them. Wu Yong and Lin Yan's cars moved at the same time. The silver car and the red car dashed forward. At that moment, all eyes were on the two cars. Lin Yan really knows how to race? Wu Yong used to be a racer. She knows how to race? How is that possible? Lin Yan contemplated this for some time before she decided to slow down. If she hadn't gone easy on them, the rest of the team wouldn't have had a chance. The competition would have ended quickly, and Pei Yutong's team would have been eliminated. As Lin Yan slowed down, Wu Yong's red car took the lead and left Lin Yan in the dust. In the red racing car, Wu Yong glanced at the rearview mirror. Shortly after, the corners of his mouth curled up slightly as a look of disdain surfaced in his eyes. How could a pretty face like her deceive Pei Yutong into thinking that she was an expert racer? Moreover, he even wanted her to be merciful. This was probably the best joke she had heard this year. Lin Yan sighed helplessly as she sat in the driver's seat. She had done all she could. How much effort had she put in for that brat? She had never seen such a troublemaker before. She had gone easy on them and allowed Storm to lead by 1 point. However, if Li Tao and He Lufeng had won, she wouldn't have been able to do anything about it. She had done everything she could. Chapter 652. In Lin Yan's opinion, even if Pei Yutong's team won this race, it wouldn't matter much. To the He family team, it would be good enough if they could win a race like this. Li Tao snorted disdainfully when he saw that Lin Yan had lost. All the reporters' eyes were riveted on Lin Yan's car, which had lost the race. Lin Yan drove back to the starting point and got out of the driver's seat as though nothing had happened. In the VIP seats, Qi Xiaoyuan scratched his head in confusion. Boss had lost? How could she have lost? Although Wu Yong was good, he had been as weak as a baby in front of Lin Yan. Storm, Qi Xiaoyuan snapped out of his daze and fell into deep thought. He knew a little about Storm's boss. He had attended the imposter's private dinner party and had called Lin Yan daddy. F***CK. Qi Xiaoyuan was taken aback. Was boss rigging the competition? She had deliberately allowed Storm to win. Storm had already lost 2 races. If they lost all 3 races, they would be eliminated immediately. They wouldn't even be qualified. Lin Yan seemed to be on good terms with Storm's boss. It was possible that she had deliberately lost. This woman is weird. Before Qi Xiaoyuan could mull over this, Wei Shufeng interjected. What's wrong? Qi Xiaoyuan asked. It seems like my assumptions weren't correct, Wei Shufeng replied softly. Wei Shufeng replied softly, I thought that Lin Yan wouldn't be chosen. Even if she was chosen, she would find an excuse not to compete. However, I was wrong. Lin Yan isn't that shameless. Actually, if Lin Yan were to refuse to compete, she wouldn't be able to maintain her image either. She has no choice but to give up. Qi Xiaoyuan sighed heavily. He wanted to say something, but he swallowed his words in the end. After all, Lin Yan had indeed lost to Li Tao during the competition between the He family team and Storm team. Of course, Qi Xiaoyuan had merely guessed that Lin Yan had deliberately lost. He didn't have any proof. He couldn't figure out the truth either. In the preparation area, Mo Shuyun was dumbfounded when he saw that Lin Yan had lost to Wu Yong. His eyes were filled with disbelief. Mo Shuyun had never imagined that Lin Yan, who had defeated WW, would lose to Storm's Wu Yong in such an important competition. In the arena, there was not much suspense. Li Tao also lost to Wu Yong. There was still a certain gap between the strength of both sides. Storm only had 2 members left, and the He family team had already lost 2 members. He Lifeng was the only one left. Damn, it can't be. Storm's captain is that strong? When it was He Lifeng's turn, he broke out in a cold sweat. Even Lin Yan had been defeated. Wasn't it a joke for him to go up against Wu Yong? Finally, after a few seconds, He Lifeng couldn't even touch the exhaust from Wu Yong's car. In the end, Storm ended the race with a score of 3:00. There was no suspense in the race. It was a crushing victory. After the He family team's defeat, the number of people watching the live stream reached its peak. Most of the netizens were cursing Lin Yan and jeering at the He family team. End of this chapter. Chapter 653. At the same time, many netizens seized this opportunity to protest and boycott Lin Yan's role in YEVB. How could a contestant who couldn't even beat an amateur team be qualified to play a legendary role like Yeva? This was an insult to the movie and to Yeva herself. Eat my fart, didn't you say that Lin Yan defeated WW? Open your eyes and look. This is Lin Yan's true ability. Even the Storm team, which was almost eliminated, could defeat her. What right do you have to be so fierce? You must be joking. Her victory over WW was just a performance. She was putting on an act the entire time. If you want Lin Yan to perform as well as she did in a real competition, I will livestream myself in a manure pit. Shia's heart, Lin Yan, get lost. Whether Shia's team qualifies to participate in the ranking competition depends on my Shia. Lin Yan returned to the venue as though nothing had happened. Lin Yan, what can you do? Li Tao glared at Lin Yan coldly. I don't expect you to beat Wu Yong. All you have to do is hold him off for 15 seconds. Storm's second contestant will have to compete. If you can't even hold on for 15 seconds, how can you beat WW? Why are you calling for scrambled eggs and tomatoes? He Lifeng glanced at Li Tao. How many seconds did you last? Do you have 15 seconds? You can't even do it yourself, and you still have the face? Ha! Li Tao grinned. I can't, but I didn't say that I beat WW. Miss Lin Yan defeated WW before, yet she lost to an amateur team. Isn't that interesting? Shut up. My eardrums are about to explode. Mo Shuyun hissed coldly. Captain, this is our best chance. Storm has lost 2 rounds. If we win this time, we will have won 2 rounds in a row and Storm will be eliminated. One of the team members said, this can't be blamed on Li Tao. If any of our team members went up, even if it was against Wu Yong, we would be able to drag it out until the next member of the Storm team goes up. In the entire Storm team, only Wu Yong has some ability. Yeah. I can't believe that Miss Lin Yan couldn't even last that long. I'm a straightforward person, so my words might not be pleasant to the ears. I hope Miss Lin won't mind. In my opinion, Miss Lin shouldn't have entered the arena as a member. Otherwise, we might not have lost this match against the Storm Battle team. Although Mo Shuyun wanted to speak up for Lin Yan, they were speaking the truth. Indeed, Lin Yan had played a major role in their defeat. However, Lin Yan couldn't be bothered to explain herself. Other than Mo Shuyun, it was impossible for anyone else to hold out against Wu Yong until Storm's second player arrived. Captain, let's replace Miss Lin. One of the team members looked at Mo Shuyun with a frown. That's right, Captain. We aren't targeting Miss Lin, but her abilities are indeed limited. If she gets picked again, we won't stand a chance at all. All of you, shut up. Mo Shuyun was a little annoyed. If you keep this up, I'll slap you to death. Everyone fell silent at Mo Shuyun's outburst. End of chapter. Chapter 654. Team K2, please get ready for the next race. Team Windchaser, please get ready. As the two teams were chosen, the crowd erupted into a frenzy. Although Team Windchaser had been defeated by Team Lightning, everyone had witnessed its abilities. As for K2, it was one of the teams under K1. It was a highly qualified team and had the only female captain of K1, Su Kai. Because of Su Kai's participation, K2, which was just an advanced team, would be able to compete with Team Windchaser if Su Kai was chosen. Under the intense attention of the audience and the media, both Team Windchaser and Team K2 drew their respective team captains. Su Kai's lips curled into a smirk as she glanced at Lin Yan, who was seated nearby. Her eyes gleamed with contempt. She had never imagined that someone like Lin Yan would have the guts to follow the He family team to this competition. It was a pity that she wouldn't get the chance to educate Lin Yan personally. Su Kai hadn't forgotten how arrogant and haughty she had been at the imposter's private dinner. Miss Su Kai, as the only female captain of K1, did you join K2 because you wanted to have a better competition? The official media interviewed Su Kai. Yeah, I was lucky. At least I got the chance to compete. I'm looking forward to competing with Windchaser. Su Kai chuckled softly. Miss Su Kai, do you have any thoughts on this competition? Su Kai chuckled. It's cruel, isn't it? I watched the He family team's competition and felt that it was a pity. A pity? Yeah. Su Kai nodded. Miss Lin Yan and I are the only two female racers in this competition. We all know that Miss Lin Yan won against WW, yet she lost to a team like Storm. Isn't it a pity? Su Kai's words had a hidden meaning to them. Everyone began to whisper among themselves. The official live stream room was abuzz. Actually, it's strange that WW lost to Miss Lin Yan. We all saw that Miss Lin Yan is just an ordinary racer. Besides, there has been a lot of controversy over Miss Lin Yan's victory over WW. After witnessing Miss Lin Yan's defeat at Storm's hands, I believe everyone knows what is going on. The reporter chuckled. Su Kai chuckled. It's a pity. If Lin Yan had lasted for 15 seconds, she might have had a chance to win. However, Lin Yan has destroyed that hope. As a female racer, she has to be down to earth and train hard. She shouldn't let her imagination run wild. Don't you think so? Thank you, Miss Su Kai. Sorry for wasting your time. Miss Su Kai, please bring us an exciting competition. The reporter grinned. Although Su Kai didn't explicitly state what she meant, anyone who wasn't a fool would understand the meaning behind her words. Pei Yutong was indignant. Did this woman get kicked in the head by a donkey? What does she mean by it's a pity that she lost to Storm? Did Storm kill your father or your mother? Is there a deep hatred between us? Is she using us as a negative example? Do we deserve to be at the bottom? End of this chapter. Chapter 655. Pei Yutong glared viciously at Su Kai. I hope they lose to Windchaser. Windchaser, charge. Beat that shameless B*****. The corners of Pei Yutong's lips curled up into a smile. His father was indeed his father. He doted on him too much. He had saved Storm's team from the brink of collapse. Soon, the competition between K2 and Windchaser commenced. Su Kai was up against the captain of Windchaser, and both of them raced across the track. However, 27 seconds into the race, Windchaser's captain's car was already in the lead. Su Kai frowned deeply. Although Windchaser's captain had lost to Lightning, he was still very strong. 43 seconds into the race, Windchaser's captain and Su Kai reached the finishing line at the same time. To Su-Kai's surprise, Windchaser's captain's car made a diagonal drift and sped across the finish line first. What? Many spectators stood up in shock. Wasn't this the technique that Yeva had used in the past? A diagonal drift at the finishing line? Su-Kai's eyes turned gloomy. Windchaser's captain opened the car door and glanced at Su-Kai. You should watch more of Yeva's videos. It would be good if you could learn some tricks from her. F***CK. Windchaser's captain is one of Yeva's most loyal fans. He watches Yeva's videos every day. How did he manage to figure it out? Compared to Yeva's original technique, it's still very different. However, Su-Kai was caught off guard. It's too cunning. Before long, the competition between K2 and Windchaser came to an end. Windchaser had won 3 o'clock. They had defeated K2 and achieved an absolute victory. Team K2's loss wasn't a loss. Team Windchaser is still very strong. After all, they are a first-rate team, and all their members are first-rate. Team K2 only has Su-Kai. Su-Kai is also very strong. I can only say that she is slightly weaker than Windchaser's captain. However, the competition was indeed exciting. The next few competitions weren't as exciting as Windchaser and K2. The sky had already turned dark. Currently, there was only one match left before Group C's competition. After the last match, Group B's battle would begin tomorrow. On the preparation stage, Mo Shuyun felt that something was off. There was only one match left. Wait. He Lifeng was shocked. We still have one less match to play. Which teams haven't finished? Mo Shuyun asked. I don't think so. Oh, right. There's still the Lightning team. He Lifeng pondered for a moment. There was a dead silence after He Lifeng said that. Lightning battle team? A moment later, everyone from the He family team gasped in shock. Does that mean we'll be competing against Lightning in the next race? It should be, F***CK me. What kind of joke is this? Lightning was able to easily defeat Windchaser and K2. You want us to face Lightning? He's just giving us free points. Lightning is the king of Group C. The next match is about to begin. Lightning, He family, please get ready. Lightning's team members are Jiang Tianxing, Li Hong, and Ji Chang. The He family team members are Mo Shuyun, He Lifeng, and Lin Yan. Chapter 656. You're lucky to have picked the captain. One of the team members chuckled softly at Mo Shuyun. Mo Shuyun glared at his team member. Lucky my ass. Why don't you take a look at who our team is? It's the Lightning team. Mo Shuyun's lungs were about to explode. He had been picked to compete against the strongest team in Category C, Lightning. How could he be considered lucky? This was bad luck. Mo Shuyun swore that he didn't want to compete at all. Ah. Why did I have to be picked? Why is it still me? He Lifeng wanted to cry, but no tears came out. How could he be part of all 3 races? 3 races. Moreover, it would have been fine if he was up against another team, but this time, he was up against the strongest team in Group C, the Lightning team. He would definitely be beaten black and blue. In fact, the Lightning battle team probably wouldn't even treat him as a human. After a while, Mo Shuyun sighed helplessly and said, forget it. At least we won a match and won't be eliminated. Miss Lin Yan, don't feel pressured. Just drive as you please. Anyway, we won't be able to beat Lightning. One of the team members smiled kindly at Lin Yan. Lin Yan nodded and grinned. Okay, I'll try my best. This was the last race of Category C, so all the cameras were focused on the He family team and Lightning. When the 2 teams collided, even the commentator felt a little awkward. He didn't know where to start. In the eyes of the onlookers, there was no suspense at all. The He family team was going to be crushed by the Lightning team no matter how they looked at it. The He family team was like a boxer who had just started learning how to box, while Lightning was the world champion who had dominated the boxing arena for a long time. This was even more brutal than Storm and Whirlwind. The commentator said, "Today is the last race of Category C, and the He family team is unlucky to be matched against Lightning. However, I believe everyone is familiar with Mo Shuyun from the He family team. I heard that he joined the He family team recently and became their captain. Not only is he a member, but he is also an investor. Actually, if Mr. Mo Shuyun has too much money, he could invest in me." Everyone burst into laughter at the commentator's joke. To them, Mo Shuyun was indeed a lunatic for investing in the He family team. The commentator added, "There's another member who I'm sure you're not familiar with. She's Miss Lin Yan of the He family team. She's also one of the 2 women competing in this competition." Unfortunately, because of Miss Lin Yan, the He family team lost to Storm, which was the weakest team in Category C. Qi Xiaoyuan looked excited. Lin Yan is competing again. Wei Shufeng glanced at Qi Xiaoyuan. "It doesn't matter who goes up against the Lightning team. Pfft. Who knows, Lin Yan might even lead the He family team to victory." Qi Xiaoyuan pursed his lips. "I know a good neurosurgeon. Do you need me to introduce you?" asked Wei Shufeng. Qi Xiaoyuan, very quickly, the He family team and the Lightning team entered at the same time. Mo Shuyun and Lightning's captain would be the first to compete. Chapter 657. If Mo Shuyun lost to the captain of the Lightning team, He Lifeng, who was the second contestant, would compete immediately. If He Lifeng lost, it would be Lin Yan's turn. However, based on the current situation, Mo Shuyun wouldn't be able to hold on for long, let alone He Lifeng. With a wave of the flag, Mo Shuyun and Lightning's captain started driving their vehicles at the same time. In the first 20 seconds, Mo Shuyun had managed to overtake Lightning's captain. However, 20 seconds later, Mo Shuyun's car was overtaken and Lightning's captain took the lead. The audience erupted in cheers and applause. No one had expected that the He family team would perform so well against Lightning. In the racing car, Mo Shuyun focused his attention on the car that was right in front of him. His brows furrowed slightly. His strength had indeed declined greatly. He hadn't gone through any proper training recently. Otherwise, he might really stand a chance. "I tried my best." When the captain of Lightning reached the finish line, Mo Shuyun stopped the car and sighed helplessly. Given his current condition, it would be too difficult for him to face Lightning's captain. Even though Mo Shuyun had lost the first point, the crowd applauded him. F***ck. It's my turn. He Lifeng broke out in a cold sweat when he saw the captain of the Lightning team rushing over. He stepped on the accelerator in a fluster. He Lifeng, who was too nervous, veered to the right and crashed into Lightning's captain's car. F***ck. He Lifeng hurriedly turned the steering wheel. Lightning's captain's car had sped off into the distance. Seconds later, He Lifeng was nowhere to be seen. He Lifeng sat in the driver's seat in a daze. Should he continue racing? Lightning's captain had an absolute lead of 2 o'clock, so he continued racing. It wasn't time for the other 2 members to race. Lin Yan sat in the driver's seat, ready to go. Lin Yan glanced at the rearview mirror when she heard the sound of a car's engine. When Lightning's captain dashed towards her, Lin Yan put on her helmet slowly. Whoosh! The moment Lightning's captain's car crossed the finish line, Lin Yan's car flapped its wings and sped forward like a dragon swinging its tail. Wow, it's like a runaway old horse, Pei Yutang said excitedly. Wu Yong laughed coldly and said, "Boss, this woman doesn't have any strength at all." Pei Yutang glanced at Wu Yong from the corner of his eyes. Awesome. Although he said so, he felt disdain in his heart. What was he pretending to be? If it wasn't for his father giving him face, would Wu Yong even think of winning? Lin Yan wasn't driving very fast, but she was still ahead of Lightning's captain. Every time the captain of Lightning tried to overtake Lin Yan's car, Lin Yan seemed to be able to predict his movements. She would make a sharp turn and block his path, preventing him from overtaking her. Lin Yan glanced at Lightning's captain through the rearview mirror. The corners of her mouth curled into a smile as she deliberately swerved to the right, giving him a chance to overtake her. In the blink of an eye, Lightning's captain had overtaken Lin Yan. Lin Yan, who was sitting behind them, grinned. It seemed like if she wanted to secure the role of Yeva and prevent Legend from being controversial, she had to show off her skills for the sake of the production team. Chapter 658. As Lightning's captain overtook her, the corners of Lin Yan's mouth curled into a faint smile. The last track ahead of them was slanted to the right. If they had been racing in a straight line, they wouldn't have been the fastest. To Lin Yan, this was the best arena. Lightning's captain's car sped to the right as well. He was trying his best to reach his maximum speed. This last curved track was the perfect place to showcase a racer's skill and attention to detail. Lightning's captain's attention was on full display, and he sped up in an instant. The arena was filled with cheers. In fact, many of the audience members had already stood up to cheer for the captain of the Lightning battle team. Naturally, they weren't cheering for him to overtake a team like the He family team. They were cheering for him to make it through the last curve. No one paid any attention to Lin Yan. They had forgotten about this competition. Everyone's eyes were on the car that Lightning's captain was driving. I didn't realize that the third track was a curve, Wei Shufeng whispered to Qi Xiaoyuan. The captain of the Lightning team ran the entire course in 42 seconds. I wonder if he can break his own record this time. Wei Shufeng glanced at Qi Xiaoyuan. Break his own record? Qi Xiaoyuan was taken aback. Big brother, this is a competition. How can he break a record? A competition? Wei Shufeng chuckled contemptuously. That depends on who the opponent is. I believe that everyone, including the captain of the Lightning team, doesn't view the He family team or Lin Yan as an opponent. I think that he merely sees Lin Yan as an obstacle on the track. Although Wei Shufeng's words weren't pleasant to the ear, they were the truth. The audience had assumed that Lin Yan was merely an obstacle for Lightning's captain. The commentator said, Captain Lightning has reached the second half of the curve in Zone C in just 20 seconds. His previous record was 42 seconds. The track is 2,290 meters long, and this track is 2,310 meters long. If he can finish in 42 seconds or less, he will have broken his own record. Before she could continue, Lin Yan's silver car began to drift at a speed that was almost indiscernible to the naked eye. Everyone watched in disbelief as sparks flew from the back tires of the silver car. In a matter of seconds, Lin Yan's silver car had caught up with Lightning's captain's car. She was following closely behind. At this moment, Lightning's leader saw the silver car following them through the rearview mirror. He frowned. Without any hesitation, Lightning's captain steered his car back onto the straight line and blocked Lin Yan's path. This woman. The leader of the Lightning squad was taken aback. He could not understand what was going on. Was this the strength that a beginner team member should have? This woman actually lost to the Storm team? At this moment, the captain of the Lightning battle team was shocked. This technique was something that even he could not do, let alone use in a real battle. Even if it was an exhibition match, he would not be able to do it. Chapter 659. The only thing the captain could do now was to change his direction and block Lin Yan's car. As long as he did that, Lin Yan's car wouldn't be able to overtake him. Can you stop it? The corners of Lin Yan's mouth curled into a smile. She swerved to the right and stepped on the emergency brake. As she did so, she swerved to the left. It was as though she was descending from the heavens. The friction of the silver car had reached its limit. Sparks flew, and the silver car seemed to be engulfed in flames. Whoosh! It sounded like a beast's roar. Everyone watched in disbelief as the silver car moved from the right to the left. It was as though time and space had been frozen. No one knew what had happened. Lin Yan's car had transcended the limits of everyone's understanding. The spectators aside, even the high-level professional racers who were present were dumbfounded by what they saw, their eyes filled with shock. How was it possible for a car traveling at high speed to be on the right 1 second and then move to the left in the next? It was as though time and space had been frozen, as though some mysterious force had moved Lin Yan's car. Impossible. Lightning's captain's eyes were filled with shock. How had this woman done that? Regardless of whether he won or lost, he had to interrogate Lin Yan after the competition. How had she managed to do that? Lightning's captain's car was nothing in the eyes of the silver car as it overtook him from the left. Lightning's captain's car was still on the right. He hadn't even had time to react. The moment Lin Yan overtook Lightning's captain, the score between the He family team and Lightning went from 2-0 to 2-1. After Lightning's captain was defeated, another racer took over and drove alongside Lin Yan's car. In less than 10 seconds, the silver car disappeared without a trace, leaving only the second member of the Lightning team in a daze. He looked just like He Lifeng had been. F***CK. What kind of monster is this woman? When Lin Yan crossed the second finish line, the third racer started his car. However, after another 10 seconds or so, he could no longer see the silver car. At this moment, the originally noisy arena had completely quietened down. There was dead silence in the audience seats. Everyone looked at the silver car that was like a ghost, and their hearts began to beat faster. Was that a human driving it? Was he driving a car or performing a magic trick? Qi Xiaoyuan glanced sideways at Wei Shufeng. Wei Shufeng had already stood up. The disdainful smirk on his face had completely frozen. Wei Shufeng had no idea what had happened. Lin Yan's silver car was ordinary and incomparable to Lightning's. He had no idea how Lin Yan had managed to do it. To Wei Shufeng, everything that had just happened wasn't a competition. He was performing a magic trick on the track. Not to mention, there was no way any team would throw the race in this kind of situation. Even if they did throw the race, even if it was just a performance, who could perform this kind of racing technique? Chapter 660. The silver car on the track had reached the pinnacle of perfection, be it in terms of control, skills, or even details. At this moment, the whole place fell into a dead silence. No one knew what was going on. The silver car was like a god that had descended from the heavens, announcing to the world that it had absolute control over the racetrack. Her control over the racetrack was unshakable. Not even God could do it. It was as though she had been reborn from the ashes. The silver car came to a halt at the finish line. A lady in a silver uniform stepped out of the driver's seat, her silver helmet gleaming with a dazzling light. Bang! The lady slammed the door shut and scanned the crowd. At this moment, all eyes were on the girl beside her. It was as though they were looking at a brand new era. The lady stood rooted to the ground, and time seemed to have stopped. Everyone fell into a momentary silence. A second later, a loud roar rang out from behind. The last member of the Lightning team had caught up. However, Lin Yan's car was still parked at the finish line. She hadn't entered the finish line. The judge stammered, "Hold on. Lin Yan's car didn't reach the finish line? What is she trying to do? Is it because of arrogance and conceit that ruined the victory of this match?" The last racer of the Lightning squad had a gleeful look in his eyes. Lin Yan had already gotten out of the car. Given the speed of the car, it would be too late for her to reach the finish line. A human couldn't possibly be that fast, unless the lady could teleport. It was hard to predict. The lady scanned the crowd before she retracted her gaze. Everyone watched in disbelief as she bowed to the racetrack. As she bowed, the silver car behind her slid forward automatically. Just as the last member of Lightning was about to overtake Lin Yan and cross the finish line, the silver car moved slowly and crossed the finish line. At this moment, the entire place fell into silence once again. How is that possible? The captain of the Lightning team, who was also a professional racer in Group C, had a look of deep shock in his eyes. Was it magic? Or was it magic? Meanwhile, at the He family team, Mo Shuyun stared at Lin Yan in disbelief. What kind of racing technique was that? What kind of confidence did she have? Being able to control everything within a millisecond, all uncertain changes in the arena were within his control. Mo Shuyun swore that he had never seen a racer like Lin Yan in all the years he had been a professional racer. She was like a demon king. It was strange and dreamlike. It was like a combination of racing and magic. Lin Yan, on the other hand, was like an ancient sorcerer who was announcing the start of her era. Today, at this very moment, was the beginning of another era. It belonged to an era of one person, an era of a group of people. The end of one legend was the beginning of another. As the unpiloted silver car slowly reached the finish line, the third member of the Lightning team was completely dumbfounded. His hope had been nothing more than a joke. However, he had taken it seriously. He had assumed that Lin Yan would pay the price for her arrogance. She would pay a terrible price for disrespecting the competition. In the end, he had merely been Lin Yan's show. No. To be precise, Lightning had merely been a foil to Lin Yan's performance. End of chapter. Chapter 661. Lightning had once been a legendary team in the country. Perhaps they weren't as good as they had been in the past, but they were still as capable as ever. There were countless opponents, big and small. There were dark horse teams that had stepped on the skeletons of the powerhouses of the various major teams. There were ancient teams that had once dominated the arena and were unrivaled. There were also new teams that had just emerged but had terrifying strength. Team Lightning had fought against every single team before. Every scene, every bit of it. They had cried, laughed, won, and lost. They had been crushed by powerful opponents and sent out of the racetrack. However, none of them could compare to the humiliation they had suffered today. This wasn't just the difference between Lin Yan and Lightning. It was also the beginning of Lin Yan's declaration of dominance. Lightning had become an insignificant obstacle on the track. This woman had humiliated them like never before. Hatred, anger, shock, and fear rose in the hearts of every member of Lightning. Lightning's name had once been engraved in the history of racing in the country. It was a legend that had never been erased. However, Lin Yan had used their legend to announce her era and her legend. All the members of Lightning gritted their teeth and clenched their fists. They were indignant. However, they had no reason or excuse. Lightning's captain and two other outstanding members had been selected to compete. However, they had been crushed by Lin Yan from the He family team. She had crushed every single member of their team. The champion of Category C had been utterly defeated. There was no reason or excuse. The He family team, which was the weakest team in Category C, had become the new champion. The controversial Lin Yan had become the savior of the He family team. She had single-handedly pushed the He family team to the top of Category C. In the arena, after a long period of silence, deafening cheers greeted everyone. No matter what their impression of Lin Yan had been, no matter what kind of person she was. At this moment, this woman and this scene would be forever immortalized on the track. She had personally broken the legendary era of Lightning and forged the He family team's spectacular comeback. No matter what, this race was destined to go down in the annals of the country's racing industry. It would become an undisputed classic. Qi Xiaoyuan, who was seated among the VIPs, raised his hand and waved it in front of Wei Shufeng's eyes. Wei Shufeng's expression was complicated, as though his mind had gone blank. How could this be? Wei Shufeng muttered under his breath. Poor child. Accept reality. Is it that hard to admit that someone else is better? Qi Xiaoyuan sighed heavily. I have something to say. Amidst the cheers, Su Kai of the K2 team walked up to the stage and chatted with a few staff members. I suspect that there's something wrong with Lin Yan of the He family team, Su Kai said bluntly. We should check her car. Su Kai was puzzled by Lin Yan's silver car. The car had been parked at the finish line, and there was no one in it. Why had it driven to the finish line? Lightning's captain had blocked Lin Yan's car so that she wouldn't have a chance to overtake him. However, the silver car had moved from the right to the left. This didn't make sense. Sister Yan, I want to be your passenger. End of this chapter. Chapter 662. Just as Su Kai had said, these 2 points were indeed inexplicable. At the very least, they had exceeded the limits of an ordinary person's understanding. They had never seen anything like this before, so it was natural for them to be skeptical about something they had never seen before. As soon as Su Kai finished speaking, the cheers gradually died down. Everyone had some kind of doubt in their hearts. Perhaps there should be a reasonable explanation for some things. Just like how Lin Yan had done these 2 points on the track. The commentator said, Miss Su Kai, I believe that all of us are puzzled and incredulous. I can tell you that I have never seen such a technique before. However, I can tell you that there is absolutely nothing wrong with Miss Lin Yan and her car. If you still have doubts, let us reveal the secret of Miss Lin Yan's magic. Please look at the screen. As soon as the commentator's voice fell, everyone in the arena turned to look at the huge screen that had been switched on. Vroom. The sound of a car's engine roared through the screen. This is Miss Lin Yan's first move. To ensure fairness, every car has been fitted with 14 recording devices, including the inside and outside of the car, as well as 2 drones. Let's see how Miss Lin Yan maneuvered her car from the right to the left. As soon as the commentator finished speaking, the screen changed. There were 2 videos on the screen. The first one was showing the situation inside the car. Lin Yan, who was fully geared up, stepped on the accelerator and swerved to the left. At the same time, she released the accelerator and swerved 45 degrees to the left. On the screen below, it was a drone that recorded the entire scene. In an instant, the wheels of Lin Yan's silver car had exploded. Due to inertia, the entire car had shifted to the left. The sudden brake had caused the tires to explode, so the car had moved horizontally. From a visual perspective, it looked like the silver car had shifted from the right to the left. Lightning's captain had been caught off guard, so he had been overtaken easily. After the first video, there was a momentary silence. Then, the stadium erupted into deafening cheers. Lin Yan's name would never fade away. So, that's how it is. The leader of Lightning looked at the big screen and fell into deep thought. No one had ever used such a method to overtake other cars on the track. He didn't dare to say that no one in the world had ever thought of it or used it before. In his memory, at least in the Chinese circle, he had never seen it before. This time, the leader of Lightning was convinced. This man, for the first time, looked directly at a woman. There was not the slightest bit of humiliation or unwillingness. His eyes were filled with joy and respect. If there were more strong racers in the Chinese racing industry, there would be a place for them on the international stage. His vision wasn't limited to just one place. As a member of the racing industry in the country, he hoped that the racing industry would become better and stronger, regardless of whether it was Lightning or the He family team. Perhaps one day, the Chinese racing team would step onto the world stage. As a part of it, he would also feel a great honor. I wish you better and better. Those who liked You Sheng I Have You, Sweet and Warm, please bookmark it. You Sheng I Have You, Sweet and Warm, was the fastest trending bar to update. Chapter 663. F***CK. Daddy is awesome. Daddy is mighty. Daddy is the best in the universe. Pei Yutong stared at the screen excitedly. His mucus was almost dripping from his nose. Wu Yong, who was standing next to him, was flabbergasted. That woman was a monster. She had single-handedly propelled a useless team like the He family team to the top of Group C. She had defeated Lightning. She was the champion of Group C. Wu Yong's heart was pounding. How had he defeated that woman? Based on Lin Yan's demon-like performance, Wu Yong knew very well that he wouldn't be able to defeat her. Absolutely not. Even if this woman closed her eyes, he wouldn't stand a chance of winning. How? How could she be so strong? Wu Yong stared at Pei Yutang in shock. Pei Yutang had told Lin Yan to show mercy if they met storm. Everything that had happened earlier replayed in Wu Yong's mind. At this moment, Wu Yong finally realized exactly how ignorant and foolish he was. It was even to the extent that he'd never doubted that this woman was a complete idiot, and defeating her was as easy as crushing an ant. Now, all that was left on Wu Yong's face was shame and indescribable shock. Everyone in the He family team was dumbfounded. No one dared to make a sound after watching the video on the screen. Even He Lifeng was dumbfounded. He had never doubted his cousin's ability. However, He Lifeng had never known that she would be this terrifying. She was like the first demon queen of the racing industry. Is that really Xiaoyan? He Dingkuan couldn't believe his eyes. The He family team members glanced at each other, especially Li Tao. His face was flushed red with shock. Who said that my cousin is a good-looking but useless vase who doesn't know anything about racing? Oh yeah, I remember that Captain Mo joined the He family team because my cousin made a deal with him. Am I right? He Lifeng's eyes darted to Li Tao and the others. Li Tao and the rest turned even redder when they heard He Lifeng. They instinctively lowered their heads. The commentator replied, I don't know what everyone is thinking, but as the commentator, I'm stunned. Alright, let's continue watching Miss Lin Yan's magic and how she managed to cross the finish line. As the commentator finished speaking, the second video played on the big screen. Lin Yan stepped on the brakes and got out of the car. The commentator replied, has anyone realized something? I believe someone has. That's right. Miss Lin didn't pull the handbrake. The commentator said, the finish line is downhill. What are the consequences of leaving the car without the handbrake? It was a landslide. That's why there's no one driving the car and it automatically drives to the finish line. The control and calculation of this racetrack is amazing. At this moment, the audience burst into deafening applause. Su Kai's face was so gloomy that it seemed as if it could drip water. How could that woman be so strong? Su Kai glanced at Lin Yan, who was walking over slowly. She walked closer to Lin Yan and said, don't be arrogant. Even if you're good, you have to abide by the rules on the track. Don't be unruly. Lin Yan glanced at Su Kai and grinned. How many races have you raced before? How dare you talk to me about the rules of the track? Su Kai hissed fiercely, you will admit your mistake sooner or later. Lin Yan sneered coldly. It's a pity that no one taught me how to admit my mistake. Su Kai's eyes glinted fiercely. She was about to speak when Lin Yan gestured for her to keep quiet. She smiled at Su Kai and said, a dog that bites doesn't bark. She was implying that if she wanted to bite her, she should shut up. Those who liked Yu Sheng I Have You, Sweet and Warm, please bookmark it. Yu Sheng I Have You, Sweet and Warm, was the most popular bar. Chapter 664. Su Kai's eyes gleamed coldly as she watched Lin Yan leave. There were rules in this competition. If Lin Yan wanted to make a name for herself, she would have to pay an unimaginable price. The audience cheered even louder as they watched Lin Yan walk away from the track. Meanwhile, in the official live stream, the originally endless rhythm had now disappeared without a trace. At the last moment of the competition, all the netizens who had been cursing Lin Yan were in disbelief. 12 young masters of Temple Street quipped, are you kidding? Was Lin Yan the one who drove the car? Are you sure? Is it fake? Northwest Flowers quipped, it must be fake. Lin Yan wasn't the driver. Even if she was, lightning must have gone easy on her. Keyboard Warrior's last account quipped, are you telling me that this competition is fake? Have your brains been eaten by zombies? Or have the officials' brains been eaten by zombies? Given your brain capacity, it must have been hard for you to register an account to watch the live stream. Lin Yan said, although I'm disgusted by Lin Yan, it's ridiculous for her to claim that the competition was rigged. You can slander her, but you have to provide convincing evidence. Who doesn't know that the Lightning team is a veteran team that is rich and powerful? Lin Yan is nothing to them. Do you really think that Lightning would fix the competition just because of her? Is there something wrong with your brains? Lin Yan's character is terrible and disgusting. Why is there no money in my wallet? I can't believe that Lin Yan's racing skills are so terrifying. I always thought that she had purposely created an image for the sake of Yeva's character. What an eye-opener. Please, keyboard warriors, stop disgusting us. It's impossible for anyone to rig the competition. Even if Lightning deliberately went easy on her, can you replicate Lin Yan's maneuvers? Even if it was just a performance, it wouldn't be so exaggerated. Didn't you hear that the commentator said that she was a great magician? Bad-tempered brother quipped, bunch of idiots. If you don't know anything about racing, get out of the live stream. Fake competition. Do you know anything about racing? Was Lin Yan's control of the track fake? Was her control of the timing fake? He had relied entirely on his own strength and had almost shown off to the heavens. A bunch of professional haters, don't come to our racing fan circle to disgust us. You motherf asterisk cur. You're ruining my mood. Not long after, the live broadcast room was polarized. Racing fans and entertainment fans were cursing at each other. Even passers-by who were watching the show joined in. At the venue, Lin Yan removed her helmet as she walked into the He family's arena. Boss, have some tea. Mo Shuyun scurried over to Lin Yan and handed her a bottle of water. Boss, smoke. Mo Shuyun whipped out a cigarette and handed it to Lin Yan. Lin Yan rolled her eyes at him. I won't. Mo Shuyun put on a fawning smile. Will it be fine? I'll teach you. Lin Yan was speechless. Was he out of his mind? Boss, goddess, you're too awesome. I knew you were strong, but I didn't expect you to be this strong. You're too ruthless, you're a ruthless person. That's awesome. Mo Shuyun gave her a thumbs up. Lin Yan replied calmly, sit down. It's a basic move. Chapter 665. Although Mo Shuyun had never raced against top teams in his career, he had raced against many top teams. However, he had never met a racer who could control the track as well as Lin Yan did. Initially, Mo Shuyun had assumed that Lin Yan had been lucky to beat WW. However, after watching Lin Yan's match with Lightning, he realized that he had underestimated Lin Yan. Her ability to control the track was frightening. What was more frightening was Lin Yan's creativity. From the beginning to the end, Lin Yan had seemed relaxed and casual. She hadn't given it her all. Instead, she had been able to perform some sort of a magic on the track. Sister Yan, one of the members of the He family, glanced at Lin Yan awkwardly. Sister Yan, we were blind and ignorant. However, if you hadn't participated in the competition, no one would have believed that you were that strong. It's ridiculous. Sister Yan, you can't blame us. You even lost to Storm. Another team member chimed in softly. At the mention of Storm, Mo Shuyun looked puzzled. He couldn't understand what had happened. Mo Shuyun had been dumbfounded when Lin Yan had lost to Storm. Lin Yan, who had defeated WW, had lost to Storm. Sister Yan, was the match between you and Storm rigged? He Lufeng asked in shock. In such a competition, if there was a rigged match and the officials found out, the consequences would be unimaginable. Rigged? Lin Yan glanced at He Lufeng and replied, of course not. Then why did you lose to Storm? Asked Mo Shuyun curiously. I was in a bad mood, so I couldn't run, replied Lin Yan. Mo Shuyun was speechless. What a strange reason. Oh yeah, the competition in Category C has ended, right? Lin Yan asked Mo Shuyun. Yeah, it's over. Our last match was against Lightning, replied Mo Shuyun. The remaining two groups had nothing to do with Group C. The competition in Group C had already ended, so the He family team's ranking system had been completed. As for how they were going to be ranked, they would have to wait for the officials to make a decision. Regardless, Lin Yan had achieved her goal. At the very least, the He family team wouldn't lack investments in the near future. The biggest problem for the He family team had probably been solved. At the very least, Lin Yan could heave a sigh of relief. Goddess, did you know that we've won the first place in Group C? At the very least, we can choose a high-level team. Mo Shuyun exclaimed excitedly. A high-level team was indeed Mo Shuyun's goal when he had first joined the He family team. However, Mo Shuyun had originally planned to use many years to accomplish this goal. Mo Shuyun had never imagined that Lin Yan would take only one day. What a pity. One of the team members sighed. If we had been a high-level team, we would have been able to go even higher this time. Unfortunately, we are just a beginner team, so we can only go as high as a high-level team. We can't go beyond that. Mo Shuyun glanced at his team members. Just a second ago, we were worried about whether we would be eliminated. But now, we feel that it's a pity to set such a high level. We shouldn't be too greedy. We should take things step by step. Chapter 666. Mo Shuyun's words rendered his team members speechless. Indeed, that was the case. Not too long ago, they had been worried that the He family team would be eliminated. Now, they were indignant that the He family team had been designated as a top team. Mo Shuyun turned to Lin Yan and grinned. Goddess, we can change our team's name because of the reorganization. I don't think He family team sounds good. He Dinkuan strode forward and chuckled softly. It's an old name. Indeed, we can change it. What do you intend to change it to? Asked Lin Yan curiously. Xiaoyan, why don't you come up with a new name? This will represent a new beginning for the He family team. He Dinkuan grinned at Lin Yan. Before this, He Dinkuan had never imagined that Lin Yan would be so good at racing. When Lin Yan had defeated WW, He Dinkuan had thought that there was something fishy going on. However, after her clash with Lightning today, He Dinkuan had realized that Lin Yan's abilities were indeed formidable. The reason why WW had lost to Lin Yan wasn't because of some shady deal. Rather, it was because Lin Yan's ability was too inferior. Of course, He Dinkuan had no idea why Lin Yan was so adept at racing and controlling the track. However, he was certain that it was because of Lin Yan that the He family team had been able to win the championship. Furthermore, they had become the top team in Category C. This was an unshakable position. After this competition, the He family team's future would only get better and better. They wouldn't have to worry about funding anymore. They wouldn't have to worry about the team being disbanded at any moment. Lin Yan had relied on her unimaginable racing skills to revive the He family team. Hence, Lin Yan represented the He family team and represented a new beginning. She should be the one to decide the name of the He family team. Yeah, Sister Yan. You should decide. Without you, the consequences would be unimaginable. We didn't do anything at all. Sister Yan carried the He family team on her shoulders and led them to clinch first place in Category C. Sister Yan has to be the one to bestow a new name to us. Sister Yan. I'll be your idol from now on. You'll be my dog. One of the team members gazed at Lin Yan excitedly. His eyes gleamed with unconcealed admiration. What did you say? Lin Yan stared blankly at the team member. Bah. The team member slapped himself hard. I was wrong. From now on, Sister Yan, you're my idol. I'll be your dog. I'll bite whoever you want me to bite. I won't believe other people's nonsense anymore. Lin Yan was speechless. Could he have some integrity? That's right. Sister Yan, you have no idea what the haters are saying about you. Even we believe them. Your uncle and cousin treated us to a meal and slandered you. These people are disgusting. Our parents didn't teach them well. He Dinkuan was speechless. The team member who wanted to be a dog stammered, "Boss, that's not what I meant. Let me explain. Let's call it polar light." Suddenly, Lin Yan's eyes twinkled as she spoke softly. Chapter 667. The car was like a ray of starlight that couldn't be captured in the starry sky. It possessed a speed that surpassed everything and was like a dream. Many people yearned for it and chased after it. This light was like an eternal lamp that would never be extinguished. It was gorgeous and colorful, and anyone who saw it would be mesmerized by it. How many people had died while chasing after the light? How many people had joined in wave after wave? They worked hard and struggled only for the sake of chasing after that wisp of light that was like the moon reflected in the water. They could see it, but they couldn't touch it. However, its magical power had never dissipated. Lin Yan didn't want to chase after that ray of light. I am that eternal and inextinguishable ray of light. Wherever I am, I will be the peak. If I don't want to chase after the light, I will be the light. The Aurora team? That's a good name. He Lufeng glanced at Lin Yan and said hastily, "This name suits my temperament." Mo Shuyun furrowed his brows and glanced at He Lufeng. "Have some shame." "How am I shameless?" He Lufeng was indignant. "Aren't you wind-chasing general?" Mo Shuyun sneered coldly. "Wind-chasing general?" Many of the team members glanced at each other. Yeah, He Lufeng's username is Wind-chasing general. You should be Wind-chasing general instead of Aurora. Mo Shuyun sneered coldly. Ha ha. Captain, He Lufeng's username is Wind-chasing general. That's too old-fashioned. That's a username from 20 years ago. Wind-chasing general? I'm cold-blooded boy. The member who wanted to be a dog guffawed. Mo Shuyun's expression turned cold the moment he heard his teammates' words. Many of the team members had Mo Shuyun's WeChat account. They knew that Mo Shuyun's username was cold-blooded boy, so no one dared to speak to him. Captain, He Lufeng is really lowly. Why isn't he called cold-blooded boy? He can be lowly to the extreme. The member who wanted to be a dog guffawed. Mo Shuyun glared at the member coldly and hissed, "I'm called cold-blooded boy." The member was speechless. "Dog, you have offended too many people today. So your mouth shut." He Lufeng grinned. "Dog player, who the hell are you calling a dog player?" Before He Lufeng could respond, the lackey said solemnly, "Please call me Sister Yan's exclusive lackey." He Lufeng was speechless. Lin Yan was speechless. Lin Yan glanced at Mo Shuyun. What kind of people had he recruited? Sister Yan. Suddenly, Li Tao, who had been silent all this while, turned to Lin Yan. What happened? Lin Yan glanced at Li Tao. Sister Yan, I want to apologize for what I said to you. I was too naive. After reading the news online and listening to your uncle and cousin's slander, I believed them. I really didn't expect you to be so strong. From now on, I'm no longer a fan of Captain Mo Shuyun. I swear that from now on, other than Yeva, you will be my only fan. If anyone dares to spread rumors about you or scold you, I will scold them back. 3 consecutive qualities? He Lufeng was puzzled. Li Tao glanced at He Lufeng. Search for it online. I don't want to insult Sister Yan's ears. Lin Yan grinned. You're a good kid since you know you're in the wrong. Li Tao was speechless. Mo Shuyun replied, if you want to be a fan of her, so be it. Why did you stop being my fan? Chapter 668. After the competition ended, Lin Yan was invited to speak to the He family team, as they had won the competition. However, she gave this opportunity to Mo Shuyun as she prepared to drive away. Lin Yan wasn't interested in the trivial matters that would require her to show her face after the competition. However, before Lin Yan could leave, Su Kai and a few other staff members came looking for her. Miss Lin Yan, we have something to confirm with you. One of the staff members glanced at Lin Yen as he spoke softly. What's wrong? Mo Shuyun, who had just finished speaking, glanced at Su Kai and the staff members in confusion. Daddy, what's wrong? Before Mo Shuyun could ask another question, Pei Yutong led the storm team to the He family team's preparation area. Lin Yen didn't respond. She had no idea what had happened. We think that the He family team didn't follow the rules during a competition, one of the staff members said. The members of the He family team looked at each other in dismay. A competition didn't follow the rules? What did that mean? Are you suspecting that we rigged the competition? Mo Shuyun asked after some thought. This was a competition that was rare in the country, and rigging was prohibited. If anyone suspected that a team had rigged the competition, the officials had the right to investigate. If the investigation turned out to be true, the team would be punished, and the racer who rigged the competition would be severely punished. It's just a suspicion, replied one of the staff members. I didn't rig the competition. I'm really a noob. He Lufeng blurted out anxiously. Everyone's eyes landed on He Lufeng as soon as he finished speaking. Everyone knew He Lufeng's skills, so no one would suspect him of rigging the competition. He was really a noob. Can you be more shameless? Who said that you rigged the competition? I'm talking about Lin Yen. Mo Shuyun glanced at He Lufeng. Oh. He Lufeng replied. Given Lin Yan's skills, she lost to Storm. I don't think there's a need for evidence. Su Kai, who had followed the staff member, spoke up. Are you the one who reported Lin Yan? Mo Shuyun glanced at Su Kai. Su Kai, who was expressionless, replied mildly, the competition has its own rules. All of us are participants and supervisors. It's obvious that Lin Yan is cheating. Shouldn't she explain the situation? Mo Shuyun furrowed his brows. He could not refute Su Kai's words. Su Kai was the captain of the K1 team, so she was very important. Since she had personally reported the incident, the officials would definitely investigate it. Besides, Lin Yan had been too brazen when she had lost. Even they thought that Lin Yan had purposely gone easy on Storm. In reality, against a beginner team like Storm, it didn't matter if they went easy or not, because Storm wouldn't affect the top teams in Group C. In many large-scale competitions like this, it was normal for the top teams to give way to the smaller teams. However, Su Kai refused to let go of this matter today. The officials had to investigate. Frankly speaking, Su Kai had found a loophole in the rules. Chapter 669. The crew members glanced at Lin Yan and one of them said, Miss Lin Yan, can you tell us more about your battle with Storm and how you lost? Before Lin Yan could respond, Pei Yutong suddenly bellowed, what do you mean by that? We just want to understand the situation. One of the crew members glanced at Pei Yutong. What do you mean by understanding the situation? Aren't you treating the members of Storm as human beings? Pei Yutong was in a foul mood. Wasn't the Storm team human? Did they deserve to lose? As long as they won, it would mean that the other team had gone easy on them. Although Lin Yan had indeed gone easy on them, but that was what he said, but it was not the truth. Storm had to lose the competition. If we won, it would mean that the other team had gone easy on us. Are you out of your mind? Pei Yutong bellowed. Boss Pei, you don't have to say that. Storm could have won, but they defeated the top team in Category C, don't you think that's suspicious? Su Kai glanced at Pei Yutong. Of course it's not suspicious. Pei Yutong replied matter-of-factly, we were lucky. Haven't you heard that luck is a part of one's ability? This proves that our team is capable. We live up to our reputation. Mo Shuyun glanced at Pei Yutong. The Storm Battle team didn't even have a title. How could they be so arrogant? Don't spout nonsense. My cousin didn't cheat. She was in a bad mood when she met Storm, so she couldn't run. He Lufeng glanced at the crew members hastily. Everyone fell silent at He Lufeng's words. The crew members, especially, had an odd expression on their faces. Did the He family team think that they were fools? She had been in a bad mood. That was why she couldn't run and had lost to Storm. They had never heard of a professional racer who didn't rely on his own ability, but on his mood during a race. Even if she had wanted to find an excuse, couldn't she have come up with a better one? She had been in a bad mood. That was too much. Lin Yen glanced at He Lifeng, hoping that someone would sew his mouth shut. I'm not in a bad mood, and I didn't rig the competition, Lin Yen told the staff. One of them turned on the computer and played the video of Lin Yan's match against Storm. Almost every frame of the recording of the match was carefully watched. Miss Lin Yen, given your skills, you shouldn't have made such a huge mistake. Besides, you haven't accelerated since the first second. Can you explain that? The staff member asked Lin Yen. Lin Yen fell into deep thought. Mo Shuyun's head throbbed as he watched the video of Lin Yen and Storm's competition. It was too obvious. The car hadn't accelerated at all. Su Kai glanced at Lin Yen with a smirk on her face. She had told Lin Yen earlier that there were rules in this competition. Even if she was strong, she was nothing in her eyes. Miss Lin Yen, you should give us a reasonable explanation. One of the staff members frowned when he noticed Lin Yan's silence. Chapter 670. The old master, He Dingkuan, walked over and glanced at Su Kai after he understood what had happened. He Dingkuan had no idea how Lin Yen had offended the captain of K1. Actually, even if she had lost to Storm, it wouldn't have been a big deal. If Su Kai hadn't reported it personally, the officials wouldn't have said anything. After all, even if Storm had won, it wouldn't have affected the ranking of the top teams in Category C. Why did the female captain of K1 hate Lin Yen and the He family team so much? Both He Dingkuan and Mo Shuyun were vexed. If Lin Yen couldn't explain herself, it would be troublesome. Actually, the He family team would be fined at most. Lin Yen, on the other hand, would be severely punished. Miss Lin Yen, are you speechless? Su Kai, who had noticed Lin Yan's silence, smirked coldly. Miss Lin Yen, you're a racer after all. However, you don't have a shred of professionalism. You cheated during such a serious competition. You don't deserve to be a racer. Su Kai glanced at the crew members. I hope that the officials will deal with this matter seriously and ban this racer from racing forever. Before the crew member could respond, Lin Yen glanced at Su Kai and chuckled softly. It seems like you didn't take my words to heart. Su Kai narrowed her eyes. What she had said? A dog that bit shouldn't bark? I can explain. Lin Yen glanced at the crew members. All right, we're listening. Miss Lin Yen, you can explain. Yeah, I didn't cheat. Actually, I didn't want to lose to Storm. Actually, Storm isn't bad. Of course, that's not the point. Lin Yen added, the reason I lost the race was because I couldn't race properly at this time. You couldn't race normally? The crew members were perplexed by Lin Yan's words. Yeah. Lin Yen nodded. That's because I was injured. Coincidentally, when I was competing with Storm, the pain flared up. Miss Lin, are you saying that you were injured when you competed against Storm? Your injuries flared up during the match and that's why you lost? Asked one of the staff members. Indeed. Lin Yen nodded. Lin Yen, do you think we are fools? Where are you injured? There will be a professional medical team. All right, since you said that you're injured, let's get the professional medical team to take a look at you. Su Kai sneered coldly at Lin Yen. Everyone in the He family team glanced at each other. Was Lin Yen just making an excuse, or was she really injured? The members of the He family team believed that this was just an excuse. They hadn't noticed anything wrong with Lin Yen, nor had they heard her say that she was injured. Besides, it would be ridiculous if she had defeated Lightning despite her injuries. Of course, although everyone thought this way, they wouldn't say it out loud. I can testify that Lin Yan was injured. We knew it during the training. The lackeys blurted out hastily. Yeah. She was injured. I can testify. Li Tao nodded vigorously. Chapter 671. He Lefeng looked agitated. She's injured. She's definitely injured. She's injured all over. Mo Shuyan was speechless. Captain Mo, don't you think so? My cousin is injured all over. He Lefeng glanced at Mo Shuyan. Mo Shuyan stared at He Lefeng with an indescribable expression on his face. Was this fellow here to undermine him? His racing skills were terrible, but his brain didn't seem to be working well either. Why did he have such a stupid teammate? Mo Shuyan wished that he could sell He Lefeng to another team. Of course, it was hard to say whether he would be able to sell him. I think so. Mo Shuyan had no choice but to reply to He Lefeng. She's injured all over? That's really impressive. Su Kai sneered coldly. It's not that serious. Her leg is injured, explained Lin Yan. Alright, Miss Lin Yan. Since you said that your leg injury has affected your performance, we will get a professional medical team to examine you. Is that okay? Asked one of the staff members. Sure, I'm fine with it. Lin Yan nodded. Half an hour later, the staff members led the medical team to the He family team's venue. Everyone else left, leaving Lin Yan and the medical team behind. Miss Lin Yan, your leg injury is more serious. You'll need to go to the hospital for treatment. I've just examined you, and it's fine for now. However, the pain might relapse at any time. You haven't been to the hospital in a long time, right? The medical team leader glanced at Lin Yan as he spoke. Yeah, I haven't been to the hospital in a long time. I don't think it's a big problem. Who would have thought that it would relapse during the race against Storm? That's why I couldn't compete at full speed. Everyone thought that I was rigging the competition. Lin Yan grinned. Miss Lin Yan, you're really good at racing. You were able to beat Lightning even when your injury relapsed. That's amazing. One of the medical team members gave Lin Yan a thumbs up. The medical team member was also a racing fanatic, so he knew all the teams in the country very well. He wouldn't miss any competition, so he had been stunned by Lin Yan's performance. He had never imagined that Lin Yan would be injured. I was just lucky. Lin Yan grinned. Miss Lin Yan, you're being too humble. However, you have to be careful of Su Kai. She was the one who reported you for cheating. It won't be fun if she targets you. Of course, we will prove your innocence. Thank you, Lin Yan replied gratefully. A moment later, everyone returned to the arena. Su Kai looked at the medical staff and asked, "How is it?" However, none of the staff paid any attention to Su Kai. They had already compiled the diagnosis results into a form and handed it over to the staff. After the medical team left, the staff studied the form carefully before turning to Lin Yan. Miss Lin Yan, you need to pay more attention to your injury. The medical team has examined you, and it's not a minor injury. Miss Lin Yan, you're really professional. You defeated Lightning even though you're injured. You deserve to be the champion of Category C. The other team member grinned at Lin Yan. As the staff member's voice fell, Su Kai frowned. What did he mean? Was Lin Yan really injured? Lin Yan walked over to Su Kai and whispered in her ear, "Remember, a dog that bites shouldn't bark. If it does, it won't be a threat anymore." Chapter 672. No one had expected that Lin Yan would be injured. Furthermore, it was a serious injury on her left leg. Under such circumstances, Lin Yan had managed to defeat the strongest team. Everyone stared at Lin Yan in astonishment. No wonder her performance had been so unstable. Why are you so smug? You merely won a low-level competition. You're inexperienced. Su Kai gritted her teeth and snorted coldly when she realized that her report was useless. Lin Yen shrugged and watched her leave with a smile. At the He family's house, after the competition ended, all the members of the Aurora team gathered to review the competition. This meant that they had to summarize each member's performance and analyze the overall situation. They had to find out their mistakes, summarize their experience and tactics, and think of a way to solve them. It was very important to review the results of a race. The He family team began to hold a meeting, which was chaired by Mo Shuyun. Mo Shuyun had been a captain for several years, so he was very experienced. He was more than qualified to be in charge of this level of competition. However, this was a crucial period for the team's development, so every detail was crucial. Lin Yen kept an eye on him during the review and made some additions. During the past few days, Lin Yen had to attend meetings and train with the team. In between, she had to take on 2 part-time jobs. Occasionally, she would practice a few matches to earn some extra money. She was so busy that she couldn't help but be obsessed with earning money. At JM Corporation, Pei Yucheng glanced at his phone. Pei Yutong had sent him a WeChat message. "Big brother, don't worry. I've already reminded big sister-in-law that it's your birthday. She definitely won't forget. She said that she will prepare a huge surprise for you." Hee hee, surprise. Tomorrow was his birthday, but Lin Yen hadn't said anything. She hadn't even asked him to meet her the next day. The sky was dark. The sky gradually turned dark, but Pei Yucheng's phone remained silent. There were no messages or calls. The man adjusted the glasses on the bridge of his nose, then picked up his phone and sent a WeChat message. Pei Yucheng typed, "Do you have any plans tomorrow?" When she received the message, Lin Yen was watching the team members train and playing games to earn extra money. Ever since she had lost Wang Jingyang, she had only been able to take on smaller jobs. His WeChat popped up on the screen. She hesitated for a second between replying to her boyfriend and earning money. In the end, she decided to finish the game. However, as she was in a hurry to reply to Pei Yucheng, she tried her best to end the battle as quickly as possible. Lin Yen replied hastily, "Tomorrow? I have to make a trip to Summit Entertainment in the morning. Sister Ling said that she has accepted an advertisement for me, and it seems like they are paying me quite a lot. In the afternoon, I have to go to the television station to do some work. Since I have decided to star in Legend, my pay has doubled. Oh yes, I have to work as a translator at the game company that I work part-time for. The boss is a fool with a lot of money, and the market price for a translator is more than 10 times the market price." Lin Yen replied to him in detail. Pei Yucheng stared at Lin Yan's schedule, which was even busier than his, and pondered for a moment. Pei Yucheng typed, "Are you free tonight?" Pei Yucheng tried to send another message. The double monthly votes event is about to begin. From December 29th to December 31st, the monthly votes will be doubled. I'm looking for double monthly votes. End of chapter. Chapter 673. Lin Yen reacted quickly this time. She understood what Pei Yucheng meant and realized that he had asked her if she was free tonight. He probably wanted to go on a date with her. Hence, Lin Yen replied, "It'll be too late for me to come back tomorrow. How about the day after tomorrow? Shall we have dinner together?" Pei Yucheng was speechless. Was Pei Yutong trying to give him a surprise? Was that why Lin Yen hadn't told him? However, based on his understanding of Lin Yen, she didn't seem to be lying when she said that she was busy making money. It seemed like she had forgotten his birthday. In fact, Lin Yen had indeed been so engrossed in making money that she had forgotten about his birthday. After texting Pei Yucheng, Lin Yen hadn't recalled that tomorrow was Pei Yucheng's birthday. After sending Pei Yucheng the message, Lin Yen prepared to play a few more rounds. She was about to start when a friend message popped up in the game. Riches and honor was speechless. Lin Yen stared at the ellipses, feeling a little guilty. Ever since she had tricked Wang Jingyang in the game, Wang Jingyang had blocked her WeChat and hadn't contacted her in a long time. Lin Yen coughed softly and sent a message. "Get rich, Lin, brother doggy. I was wrong. I didn't mean to trick you. It was really an accident. I'm on my period and my hormones are out of whack. Riches and Honor replied. When you were carried down from the stretcher in the car accident, you were able to get a pentakill. You're telling me that it's because you're having an endocrine disorder because of your period? Get rich, Lin, you don't understand. Menstruation is much more serious than a car accident. If you don't believe me, you can check it online. I'm a girl after all. Riches and Honor, really? Get rich, Lin, of course it's true. Give me another chance. Boss, I'll give you a 20% discount this time. I'll definitely take you flying. After struggling for a while, Wang Jingyang chose to trust her again. Riches and Honor, alright, I'll trust you this time. Open. Get rich, Lin, alright, boss. Boss, just wait for it to take off. It hadn't been easy for Lin Yan to get Wang Jingyang's business, so she rubbed her palms and prepared to perform well. Why had she given him a 20% discount? Her heart ached. With her skills, she had never given such a low discount before. It was all because of that damned menstruation. Lin Yan pulled Wang Jingyang into the team and prepared to fight the Prince of Lanling, whom she was best at. However, just as she was about to choose her hero, a familiar wave of dizziness engulfed her. Lin Yan's mind went blank. By the time she came back to her senses, she had already watched as her hand moved away from Prince Lanling and slowly moved to Kai Wenji. Then, she clicked confirm. Rich and powerful. Get rich, Lin, I'm a jungler. Riches and Honor, Lin Yan. Damn you. At that moment, Lin Yan, whose consciousness had been invaded, howled like Wang Jingyang. F***CKU. Holy shit. Again. Big sister. Are you kidding me? Kai Wenji was a support. It was for healing. Who are you going to fight in the jungle? No, that's not the point. Why are you here again? What do you want now? As Lin Yan howled, the game had already begun. Wang Jingyang and the other teammates watched as Kai Wenji wobbled into the jungle with her short legs. Moreover, she entered the enemy's jungle. Wang Jingyang and his teammates shouted until their throats were hoarse, but they couldn't get her to come back. Darling, click on the red packet button on the top right corner of your phone to receive your monthly tickets. You will also have a chance to receive a super big gift. Chapter 674. After the game, Wang Jingyang deleted Lin Yan from his list of friends. Boss, don't go. Lin Yan had watched helplessly as the deal flew away. She felt like dying. Big sister, it's fine if you don't know how to play games. But do you know how to hang up? Even if the computer played automatically, it would still be better than this guy's magical skills. Other people would waste their phones when they played games, but this guy would waste his teammates. Even she couldn't bear to watch this anymore, let alone Wang Jingyang. She hadn't known that she had been unconscious when this guy had played the game. She had gone to check on his record and realized that it had been terrible. She had never imagined that she would be so shocked when she saw it with her own eyes. No wonder Wang Jingyang had blocked her. No wonder Pei Yutong had run away faster than a rabbit the moment she had mentioned games. Big sister, do you know how important today and tomorrow are to me? Why did you have to come now? Lin Yan was on the verge of breaking down. Pei Yuqing hadn't expected that he would possess Lin Yan's body. By the time he reacted, he had already possessed her. Judging from what Lin Yan was doing, it was obvious that she wasn't preparing a surprise for him. Pei Yuqing asked slowly, are these 2 days very important? Lin Yan replied resolutely, of course it's important. Today, I almost pulled back a big client of mine, but in the end, it was ruined by you. Tomorrow. And tomorrow. My schedule for the whole day tomorrow is very full. I have to shoot an important advertisement in the morning and attend an important event in the afternoon. I also have a part-time job at night. I don't know when you will leave. What if you affect my earnings tomorrow? Pei Yuqing was speechless. the more Lin Yan spoke, the more frightened she became. You've already ruined one of my deals. Are you going to ruin all my deals tomorrow? Pei Yucheng fell silent for a long time before he finally asked, don't you have anything important to do tomorrow? Lin Yan replied, isn't that important enough? What else could it be? Pei Yucheng replied, think about it. For some reason, Lin Yan felt a chill run down her spine when she said those words. Think about it, what was she thinking about? What could she do tomorrow that was important? There was really nothing else. Pei Yucheng didn't wait for Lin Yan to reply, as he had already read her mind. Without a doubt, she had completely forgotten. Lin Yan was still racking her brains when she realized that her body had started to move. Where are you going? Pei Yucheng stood up and left the arena without a word. He Lufeng rushed over to Lin Yan excitedly. Sister Yan, Sister Yan. How was my run? Have you improved? Lin Yan typed, Sister, praise him. This was the time for children to build up their confidence. Pei Yucheng had glanced at He Lufeng when he had been running. He replied calmly, as long as you're happy. With that, he turned around and left. Lin Yan was speechless, He Lufeng was speechless. He started the engine of Lin Yan's old car. Big sister, what's wrong with you? Why did he attack whoever he saw? Are you on your period? Lin Yan, who had been nagging under her breath, panicked when she saw that she was in the car. She yelled, F***CK. Big sister, let's talk this out. You can do whatever you want. You can even touch my man. Just don't touch my car. Pei Yucheng was speechless. In the past, it wasn't as good as earning money. Now, it's even worse than a car. End of this chapter. Chapter 675. Lin Yan was on tenterhooks along the way, wondering where this fellow was going. Half an hour later, the car stopped at the most luxurious shopping mall in the capital city. This mall was selling high-end luxury goods. What are you doing here? Lin Yan had a bad feeling about this. Pei Yucheng found a mask and a cap from Lin Yan's car and put them on. Then, he entered the mall, pressed the elevator, and walked to the men's section on the top floor. Big sister, what are you doing? Don't tell me you want to buy something here? Do you know how expensive the things here are? Lin Yan asked in surprise. Pei Yucheng paused in front of a tailor-made suit shop and strode in. Welcome. The saleslady scanned Lin Yan from head to toe as she welcomed the customer. Lin Yan quipped, Big sister, look at what I'm wearing. Aren't you afraid of being chased out? Miss, what can I do for you? I can recommend something for you, the saleslady replied politely. The shop assistants here were all smart people. Although the girl in front of them was dressed very ordinary, she had a kind of awe-inspiring temperament. She wasn't the slightest bit afraid of coming to such a place. Instead, it was as if she was strolling in a very ordinary place. Her eyes carried a sense of scrutiny. The saleslady was intimidated by the girl's aura and didn't dare to be rude. Lin Yan quipped, Big sister, stop fooling around. Take a look at how much a suit here costs. You wouldn't be able to afford it even if you sold yourself. Besides, how would you have the money to buy it? Wait. Are you thinking of? Pei Yucheng fished out Lin Yan's bank card from her purse and pointed at a silver-gray suit. Wrap this up for me. The shop assistant immediately smiled, okay, please wait a moment. It was such an expensive suit, yet it had taken her less than 10 seconds to buy it. She was indeed a big shot. The shop assistant said attentively, Madam, are you buying it as a gift? Do you need me to wrap it up for you? Pei Yucheng replied, sure. At that moment, Lin Yan's brain stopped working. She felt as though her world was collapsing. It was a suit with a 6-digit number. She had bought it at first glance. Whoosh. Yes. 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 She. Yes. Gotcha. Lin Yan whined, Big sister, why did you buy a man's suit? Pei Yucheng replied, I like it. Lin Yan was speechless. Lin Yan watched as the saleslady wrapped the suit and began to swipe her card. She wanted to hang herself. No. Lin Yan suddenly spoke up. The moment the saleslady swiped the card, Lin Yan's spirit returned to her body and she screamed at the top of her lungs. However, it only lasted for a few seconds before her consciousness was suppressed again. Miss, what's wrong? The shopping guide asked suspiciously. Pei Yucheng replied, it's fine. Pei Yucheng calmly keyed in the password to the bank card. It's fine, it's fine. This guy doesn't know my password, Lin Yan comforted herself. A second later, she watched as he keyed in the password. She was shocked. How did you know my password? Pei Yucheng asked, is it difficult to guess? Her password was always her birthday, 518518, because she thought it was a lucky number. Lin Yan was speechless. Pei Yucheng thought, darling, you forgot my birthday. You even forgot to buy me a birthday present. What should I do? It's fine. I'll buy it myself. Pei Yucheng had figured out the right way to make his wife value him. That was, to spend his wife's money. End of this chapter. Chapter 676. Her money. Her money. Her money. Lin Yan almost fainted from anger. Bastard. I'll remember you forever. Pei Yucheng replied in satisfaction, thank you. After leaving the mall, Pei Yucheng drove back to Cloud Manor. Lin Yan was still immersed in the pain of losing a huge sum of money. When she reached home, she snapped out of her daze. Sister, who are you buying this suit for? Pei Yucheng had given up on trying to make Lin Yan recall it herself. Tomorrow is November 22nd. November 22nd? What's wrong with November 22nd? Lin Yan was taken aback. After some time, she finally remembered. Tomorrow. Tomorrow is Mr. Pei's birthday. Pei Yucheng was speechless. It hadn't been easy for him to recall it. Pei Yucheng replied, to be precise, there are 2 hours left. Lin Yan glanced at the clock on the wall. It was indeed 10 p.m. There were 2 hours left before Pei Yucheng's birthday. Oh no. She hadn't prepared anything. Do you know how to celebrate your boyfriend's birthday? Asked Pei Yucheng. Lin Yan was dumbfounded. How? When she had been with Han Yishuan, they hadn't spent much time together. They hadn't even celebrated their birthdays together. Hence, she really didn't have much experience. Pei Yucheng pinched his eyebrows and sighed softly. I'll teach you. Lin Yan had wanted to thank him, but on second thought, she realized that she was in this state because of this fellow. Hence, she changed the topic. You should have taught me. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be in this state. You should take responsibility. Pei Yucheng replied, I thought you would thank me. Lin Yan replied, I should thank you. Pei Yucheng's gentle face surfaced in Lin Yan's mind. She couldn't bring herself to say thank you. No matter how she looked at it, she seemed to be the one who had taken advantage of him. Given her abilities, she would probably be alone for the rest of her life. Where could she find a boyfriend like him? What should I do now? Mr. Pei should be back soon. Lin Yan was flustered. Pei Yutong had reminded her before. How could she have forgotten? Pei Yucheng picked up the suit he had just bought and placed it on the coffee table. The most basic way is to buy a thoughtful birthday present. Lin Yan's heart was bleeding as she stared at the suit on the coffee table. How did you know if I put in enough effort? Is your so-called effort expensive? No wonder this fellow had gone to buy a suit all of a sudden. She had been picking out a gift for Pei Yucheng. This was true love. But it was her card that had been swiped. A basic method. Is there a more advanced method? Lin Yan asked humbly. Pei Yucheng replied, a more advanced method would be to prepare a gift personally. For example, cooking dinner for him. Lin Yen was put in a spot. Do you want me to cook personally? That's fine. But my culinary skills are just so, and the key is that I can't do it now. You're occupying my body. Pei Yuqing was speechless. Pei Yuqing fell silent for a moment before he said, "Let me do it." After saying that, he walked toward the kitchen. Lin Yen was excited. Oh my. Sister, you know how to cook. How's your technique? Pei Yuqing replied, not bad. Lin Yen was surprised to hear the confidence in his voice. Really? I couldn't tell. I thought that vixens were just pretty faces. I didn't expect you to have such skills. He had touched himself, courted himself, asked himself out, celebrated his birthday, and prepared a birthday present for himself, for the sake of his wife, who had low EQ. Pei Yuqing had flirted with her. End of this chapter. Chapter 677. Pei Yuqing put on an apron and began to prepare the ingredients. Lin Yen had been a little worried at first, but she relaxed when she saw that he was familiar with the process. Besides, his cooking skills weren't just acceptable. In less than 2 hours, there were 3 meat dishes, 3 vegetables, and a soup. It looked, smelled, and tasted delicious. Lin Yan's appetite was whetted just by looking at the exquisite and alluring dishes. Come to think of it, this young lady had prepared everything for Pei Yuqing's birthday. She didn't have to do anything, so she didn't have to worry about anything. As Lin Yan admired the dishes on the table, she asked casually, "Sister, is there a better birthday present than cooking?" Pei Yuqing paused for a moment before he replied, "Yes. I don't need to spend money or do anything." Lin Yan asked curiously, "What is it?" Pei Yuqing replied, "It's not suitable for you yet." Lin Yan replied, "Huh? What do you mean? Why isn't it suitable for me? It's a way to save time and money. Why isn't it suitable for me? It's perfect for me. What exactly is it? If you had told me earlier, I wouldn't have needed to go through so much trouble and spend so much money." Lin Yan was about to press him when her vision suddenly turned black. Her consciousness became more and more muddled as she fell into darkness. When Lin Yan woke up again, she realized that she was sprawled on the dining table. Lin Yan stood up hastily and stretched her arms and legs. She was finally back. She hadn't expected that her sister would leave after settling everything. She had thought that she had wanted to celebrate Pei Yuqing's birthday with her. In that case, it seemed like she had taken advantage of her. Lin Yan had been starving the entire night. Her stomach growled as she stared at the dishes on the table. She was about to pick up her chopsticks to taste the food when she heard the sound of a door opening. Then, she heard familiar footsteps. Pei Yuqing was back. Lin Yan scampered to the door to welcome him. "Mr. Pei, you're back." Lin Yan beamed at him sweetly like a sunflower. Pei Yuqing glanced at the smiling girl. "Why are you back so early today?" In the past few days, Lin Yan had either stayed in the car or returned late at night. Lin Yan coughed softly and said sincerely, "Of course. Today is a very important day." "Happy birthday, Mr. Pei." Pei Yuqing raised an eyebrow. "You remember my birthday?" "Of course, how could I forget such an important day?" Lin Yan picked up an exquisite, custom-made suit and handed it to him. She said sweetly, "Mr. Pei, this is my birthday present for you. I went to the mall today and spent the whole afternoon carefully choosing. I don't know if you like it or not." Pei Yuqing took the gift that Lin Yan had spent the entire afternoon picking out. Then, he scanned the logo on the package. "It's that expensive?" Lin Yan inhaled deeply and swallowed a mouthful of blood. Then, she smiled and waved her hands. "It's not expensive at all. This small amount of money was nothing. Besides, why would I complain that it's expensive to buy a gift for my boyfriend? Why am I working so hard to earn money? Isn't it to give the most expensive and best things to the person I love the most?" Tears streamed down Lin Yan's cheeks as she spoke. This relationship, is really going to make me bankrupt, sorry for making you wait for so long. There are too many things to do at the end of the year, and the updates are not stable. As long as I am free, I will definitely update more. Haha, kiss me one by one. Chapter 678. If Pei Yuqing's consciousness hadn't been attached to Lin Yan's body and he knew the truth, he would have believed her. Pei Yuqing studied the girl quietly as he listened to her sincere words. I did it to give the most expensive and best gift to the most important person in my life. It was sweeter than the first time he had tasted chocolate. Thank you. Pei Yuqing chuckled softly as he accepted the gift. I like it. Lin Yan was dazzled by the man's radiant smile. For some reason, she felt as though she would be willing to go bankrupt just to see his smile. No. You're welcome. As long as you like it. Lin Yan hurriedly shook off these terrifying thoughts. The two of them sat at the dining table. Lin Yan picked up a piece of sweet and sour pork for Pei Yuqing and coughed softly. I haven't cooked in a long time. I don't know if it tastes good, Miss Lin, you're being humble. It looks delicious. Pei Yuqing praised himself without batting an eyelid. Pei Yuqing tasted the sweet and sour pork ribs that Lin Yan had picked up for him. Then, he picked up a piece for her. Thank you. Lin Yan was famished. She looked at the dishes on the table and hurriedly picked up a piece of pork rib. Forget it, forget it. Since that elder sister had helped her a lot this time and even made a table full of dishes, she would forgive her. Lin Yan bit down happily as she spoke. A second later, Lin Yan felt as though her soul had left her body. F***ck. What the hell was this? Instinctively, Lin Yan spat out the pork ribs in her mouth. F***ck. Was there poison in the food? What's wrong? Pei Yuqing glanced at her suspiciously. It doesn't taste good? So, couldn't he tell that it tasted terrible? Before Lin Yan could finish her sentence, she realized that she had almost forgotten that Pei Yuqing had lost his sense of taste. Lin Yan swallowed her words. No. It's nothing. It's just a little hot. Lin Yan swallowed the piece of rib with much difficulty. It's delicious. It's delicious. I seem to have performed well today. There was no way Lin Yan would expose herself and say that the food she made tasted like sh*t, right? F***ck. That bastard. The food he made was so unpalatable. How did he have the courage to say that his cooking skills were not bad? Fortunately, Pei Yuqing didn't have a sense of taste, so he couldn't tell. Otherwise, she would have exploded. What enmity? How is this a birthday present? Are you trying to poison me to death? Yes. Pei Yuqing didn't suspect anything as he placed more food on her plate. Miss Lin, you've worked hard today. Eat more. Lin Yan stared at the food in her bowl with hatred and bitterness. She felt like killing herself. She had never imagined that someone would be better than Pei Yuqing at cooking. Lin Yan pulled a long face when she suddenly realized something. Why did the braised pork rib taste so similar to Pei Yuqing's cooking? Most dishes were cooked in a fixed way, so it was normal for the taste and appearance to be similar. However, it wasn't easy to cook a dish that looked so good but tasted so terrible. Chapter 679. That was strange. Was it a coincidence? Lin Yan, who was doubtful, plucked up her courage and picked up some bamboo shoots and meat. She remembered that this was the most unforgettable dish that Pei Yuqing had ever made. That woman couldn't possibly make all the dishes so terrible, right? However, when the taste of the bamboo shoots and meat spread in her mouth and tongue, Lin Yan's soul suffered another devastating blow. Lin Yan was speechless. She had tried so hard and tried to avoid it. She had tried so hard to persuade Pei Yuqing to cook less and eat less of his dishes. Who would have thought that she would end up cooking a table full of food for herself today? Lin Yan tried a few other dishes and realized that they tasted terrible. The strangest thing was that the taste of these dishes was so similar to Pei Yuqing's cooking. They tasted terrible. She couldn't figure it out. It was as though Pei Yuqing had transmigrated into her body and cooked this meal. Lin Yan bit her chopsticks and glanced at Pei Yuqing. "Mr. Pei, what's wrong?" Pei Yuqing glanced at the girl. "No. Nothing." Lin Yan waved her hands frantically. Was she thinking too much? "Nothing. I just want to learn how to cook from you, Mr. Pei. May I know who taught you? You can't taste anything, but you can still cook so well. That's why I want to learn from you." Lin Yan pretended to ask casually. "I learned a recipe. I can teach you when I'm free," replied Pei Yuqing. Lin Yan was speechless. Lin Yan fell silent after hearing Pei Yuqing's answer. If she had cooked according to a recipe, it would be normal for the dishes to taste the same. However, how could there be such a dark recipe? Which chef had created it? Was he still alive? Lin Yan had many questions, but she couldn't ask him directly. She couldn't possibly say that she was schizophrenic, had seen a ghost, or had been possessed by a monster. That was why she had cooked the dishes that tasted as terrible as Pei Yuqing's, right? Besides, everyone had hidden the fact that Pei Yuqing's dishes tasted terrible because they were afraid that he would be upset. In the end, Lin Yan could only suppress her doubts. She was shocked when she suddenly discovered that her body was being controlled by another consciousness. However, after the initial shock and fear, she had already become numb. Ever since she was kidnapped when she was young, her body began to show many changes that were different from those of ordinary people. These changes could not be detected with the current level of medical science. But now, she was really curious. This consciousness that controlled her body from time to time. If it wasn't schizophrenia, what was it? There were many stories about transmigration and possession in novels. There was also a scientific theory that a person's brain waves could attach to another person's body and even control the other person's body. So, is there such a possibility? If she wasn't schizophrenic, could the consciousness in her body belong to another person? This person might have come from another dimension. This person might even be someone who existed in the same spacetime as her. The more Lin Yan thought about it, the more she felt that it was possible. If that was the case, then, who was this consciousness? Could she be Pei Yuqing's admirer? For the rest of my life, I Have You, Sweet and Warm, will continue to be updated on the mobile game bar. There will be no advertisements on the website, so please bookmark and recommend the mobile game bar. For the rest of my life, I'm with you, sweet and warm, please bookmark. For the rest of my life, I'm with you, sweet and warm. Chapter 680. She was Pei Yuqing's admirer, so she knew Pei Yuqing very well. She knew that Pei Yuqing had been hospitalized, so she could enter Pei Yuqing's villa freely. She also knew Pei Yuqing's preferences and even cooked the same dishes as Pei Yuqing's. The more Lin Yan thought about it, the more she felt that it was possible. However, she hadn't noticed such a person around Pei Yuqing during this period of time. Besides, if she really had such an admirer, she could have pursued him herself. Why would she possess her body and help her woo Pei Yuqing? Was that person stupid? Wouldn't she be helping someone else instead? Or, was there some other reason? She couldn't get what she wanted in real life, so she could possess her body and use it to be with Pei Yuqing? There was another more frightening possibility. The other party might possess her occasionally, but what if she managed to take over her body in the future? Lin Yan felt a chill run down her spine at the thought. However, from the looks of it, it seemed unlikely. The frequency of the other party possessing her body was not high. Moreover, she vaguely remembered that in the afternoon, when the other party swiped her card to pay the bill, she forcefully regained control of her body for a few seconds. This meant that when the other party possessed her, it was not completely impossible to regain control of her body. By the time they were done, Lin Yan's mind was filled with all sorts of scenarios. No matter what, Pei Yuqing's birthday had passed without any mishaps. I'm very happy today. Thank you, said Pei Yucheng. You're welcome. This is my first time celebrating someone's birthday, so I don't know what to do. As long as you're happy, Mr. Pei. I will prepare a better birthday present for you next time. Lin Yan said flatteringly. Pei Yucheng gazed at the girl before him and said slowly, Miss Lin, do you know what a better birthday present is? Lin Yan pondered for a moment. Is it more expensive? She had asked the same question before, but she hadn't gotten an answer. Later on, she had pondered it and concluded that a better present would definitely be more expensive. At the thought of this, Lin Yan couldn't help but complain. Someone told me that the most basic way is to buy a gift. The more advanced way is to prepare a gift personally. There are even more advanced ways that don't require spending money or doing anything. I didn't think it was reliable. How could there be a cheap and convenient gift? A gift that doesn't cost you any money or effort, how insincere. Pei Yucheng cast a meaningful glance at the girl. There is indeed such a gift. What is it? Asked Lin Yan curiously. Pei Yucheng stretched out his hand and stroked the girl's hair gently. His cold voice echoed in the quiet living room. The best gift is yourself. Lin Yan was speechless. Lin Yan froze on the spot. A few seconds later, the little deer in his heart started racing again. The best gift was herself? Could it be what she thought it meant? She had always maintained a pure and innocent attitude toward Pei Yucheng. She hadn't harbored any disrespectful thoughts. Chapter 681. Pei Yucheng's birthday party had been a heart-wrenching one. It had left a deep impression on Lin Yan. Lin Yan had spent more than half of the money she had saved up. Her heart ached so much that she hadn't been able to sleep well. One day, as usual, Lin Yan leaned against the couch and scrolled through her phone. The orange kitten, Prosperous, had gotten used to its new environment and was dozing off comfortably beside Lin Yan's legs. Ever since the competition had ended, the netizens' comments about her had changed. Lin Yan wasn't used to it. In the past, there would be one or two people who would stand out and speak up for her. One of them would even be Lin Yan herself. However, there were at least 100 comments that were on Lin Yan's side. Not too long ago, she had posted on Weibo to congratulate her grandfather's team for achieving a good result in the competition. I'm too handsome, so many romantic deaths typed. Shia, I watched the live stream of the He family team. Your heartless sister must have discussed it with another team and fixed the competition. Otherwise, how could a junior team beat a top team? Shia. Hurry up and think of a way to chase Lin Yan out of the He family team. The He family team will be promoted to a top team soon. Shia, you have to take over the He family team. Otherwise, Lin Yan will stir up trouble. Only Shia is fit to take over the He family team. You're the wind and I'm a fool, typed, F***CK. Without Lin Yan, the He family team would have been eliminated a long time ago. Can't you think for yourself and be rational? I'm the toilet paper in the toilet bowl replied, so what? Even without Lin Yan, Shia would still be able to make the He family team a top team. It's only a matter of time. What right does Lin Yan have to stay in a team like the He family team? In terms of character, Shia can't beat her in a second. In terms of acting, she can't beat her in a second. In terms of racing skills, she can beat her in a second. I'd rather dote on you than on a dog. Everyone knows what kind of person Lin Yan is. Needless to say, she snatched the role that her own sister fought for. Yeva should have been Shia's. Is Lin Yan worthy? Lin Yan read the comments on Lin Shia's Weibo page with relish. She was already used to these comments. Just as she was about to continue reading, her phone rang. It was Pei Yutong. Hey, Dad, something big has happened, something big has happened. Pei Yutong asked anxiously. Lin Yan frowned. What happened? What happened? Where are you now? I'm at home, replied Pei Yutong. Lin Yan was speechless. you're calling me at home? Can't I come over? Lin Yen sounded helpless. That's not important. Daddy, do you know that Lang Mang's smuff has been scolded? The one who said that he was a fake Lang Mang has been scolded badly recently. Pei Yutong replied. Lin Yen pondered for a moment. She had some recollection of this name. However, it wasn't the fake Lang Mang. It was really Lang Mang's alternate account. Daddy, he isn't fake. He's real. Pei Yutong exclaimed. How did you know? Lin Yen was curious. Only a few people who were familiar with Lang Mang knew about his alternate account. Of course I know. Pei Yutong sounded confident. Lang Mang's verified account has been exposed. The words were harsh, and those who had scolded him were flamed. He even uploaded a screenshot of his conversation with Yeva. For the rest of my life, I Have You, Sweet and Warm, will continue to be updated on the forum. There will be no advertisements on the site, so please bookmark and recommend the forum. For the rest of my life, I'm with you, sweet and warm, please bookmark. For the rest of my life, I'm with you, sweet and warm. Chapter 682. Daddy, you're amazing. Do you know that you can act as Yeva? It's not because you're good at acting or you're good. It's because Yeva personally appointed you. Lin Yen cursed silently. Other than being appointed by Yeva, she was also good at acting. Was there anyone else in this world who was more suitable than her to portray Yeva's professional life? Daddy, you're amazing. Pei Yutong sounded agitated. You were appointed by Yeva and you went against everyone's wishes. Daddy, tell me, what's so good about you? What does Yeva see in you? What is she thinking? Lin Yen frowned. What did you say? Pei Yutong paused for a moment before he chuckled awkwardly. Haha. Daddy, what I meant was that Yeva has good taste. She's indeed a legend in the racing industry. Her taste is unique and unique. She was able to spot a genius like you. Lin Yen was speechless. His flattery was too obvious. Daddy, tell me the truth. Do you know Yeva? Pei Yutong sounded doubtful. No, I don't, replied Lin Yen. Lin Yen didn't give Pei Yutong a chance to retort. She hung up. Lin Yen opened her phone again. As expected, an explosive topic appeared on the trending page. Lang Mang appears and strikes back furiously. He subverts everything you know. Is it that explosive? Lin Yen was curious. In this world, Lin Yen was one of the people who understood Lang Mang the best. He couldn't stand being wronged or wronged, so he had a fiery temper. When he started scolding people, he would be even scarier than 3 consecutive times. After she clicked on the topic, she saw a series of screenshots. Lang Mang's official account had indeed appeared. In your name, Python had typed, I will F***CKUB** cheese. I will F***CKUB* cheese to death. Your entire family will F***CK me this year. The corners of Lin Yan's mouth twitched when she saw the first screenshot. Great, he must have been too infuriated, so he had been censored. Look at this. What a troll was. This was AF** King Troll. Indeed, she had been right. This disciple of hers had slipped through the net. Lin Yen scrolled to the second screenshot. Lang Mang seemed to know that he would be silenced if he went too far, so he was more tactful this time. In your name, Python, F***CK you bunch of dog *T. What did I do to provoke you? Thousands of troops came to my private account and scolded me. I'll tell you. That's my account, and the message was sent by me. Besides, I don't know that actress from China. I've never even seen her before. She was handpicked by my master. If you're unhappy with the actress, go and scold my master. Why are you scolding me? Are you F** King idiots? Bullying the weak and fearing the strong? Do you think I'm gentle, kind, fresh, refined, approachable, and easy to get along with? You're wrong. I'm a F*King poisonous snake, F*CK off. Below is a screenshot of my chat with my master. If you don't believe me, take a look yourself. If you have the guts, go and scold my master. What kind of man are you if you catch me and scold me? Pooey. Trash. Trash. Go to hell. Don't let me find out who you are. Recently, my car's brakes and steering system aren't good. F*CK. Lin Yen almost burst out laughing when she read Lang Mang's vicious words. Other trolls were just ruthless people, but Lang Mang was different. He was even more ruthless than ruthless people. He was a werewolf. Chapter 683. Even Lin Yen might not be able to withstand Lang Mang's verbal attacks, let alone an ordinary person. His mouth was simply too venomous. Lang Mang only had one characteristic when it came to insulting people. Every word he said could be filtered out by the system. He was the ancestor of all three schools of thought, and he was simply insulting people for the sake of it. There was absolutely no reason for him to do so. However, such trolls were the scariest. They wouldn't reason with you at all, and they didn't have any reason either. They would just troll you and ignore everything else. After this paragraph of unbearable insults, a screenshot was posted at the end. It was a screenshot of Lang Mang and Yeva's conversation. When they saw the screenshot, the comments section fell into a frenzy, especially when Yeva had said, "I want to choose my female lead." After looking at the screenshot of the chat history, as long as one wasn't a fool and wasn't blind, they would be able to understand the meaning of the screenshot. In other words, Lin Yen hadn't competed with Lin Shuya for Yeva's role in Legend. The reason Lin Yen had been chosen by the production crew was because Yeva had personally gone online to communicate with the production crew. That was all. Now, everyone was enlightened. No wonder Lin Shuya, who was so much better than Lin Yen, had ended up getting the role instead. Initially, everyone had misunderstood Lin Yen. Almost everyone had assumed that Lin Yen had used some underhanded means to snatch the role from Lin Shuya. Many people had asked Lin Shuya for confirmation, but Lin Shuya hadn't said a word. Based on Lin Shuya's character, if she hadn't said a word, it would have been proven that Lin Yen had used underhanded means to snatch the role. Today, when they saw Lang Mang's official account, they had been shocked. Lang Mang was a legend in the racing industry and Yeva's disciple. He wouldn't lie through his teeth. Besides, someone like Lang Mang wouldn't have any connections with small-time actors in the entertainment industry. He wouldn't have tried to clear Lin Yan's name. Besides, Lang Mang had used his official account to post a message on social media. There was also a record of Yeva's conversation with Lang Mang. There couldn't be any problems. Lang Mang's news was unbelievable to Lin Yan's haters. In fact, many people once again climbed over the wall to view Lang Mang's social media account and confirmed the authenticity of the article. Nightless replied, "That's why I'm saying that Lin Yen didn't steal Lin Shuya's role. Lin Shuya is the one who is causing trouble. Isn't she a hypocrite? Goddess Yeva was the one who chose Lin Yen, yet Lin Shuya is pretending to be the victim. How disgusting. Both of them had become pirates. Anyway, there's one thing we can be sure of. Lin Yen didn't do anything to snatch Lin Shuya's role. Think about it, the production crew isn't stupid. Lin Shuya's commercial value is incomparable to Lin Yan's. Besides, the role of Yeva had been given to Lin Shuya. Why had the production crew given the role to Lin Yen? Think about it carefully. If Yeva hadn't pressured Lin Yen to portray her, the production crew would never have given her the role. Chapter 684. He's your greatest hero. I've lived for a long time. The entertainment industry is too messy. Lin Yen has been slandered by the entire internet because of this incident, yet she hasn't come out to explain herself. What kind of actress is she? The road ahead was long, and the clouds were too deep. Mo Wen's return date. Actually, there are many suspicious points about this incident. However, Lin Yan is the kind of person who attracts criticism. When everyone saw that it was Lin Yan, they didn't think much of it. Of course, we don't know the truth, so we can't comment. Actually, I quite like Lin Yan. This post went viral and even Lin Xia's account was implicated. Many netizens left comments on Lin Xia's account to express their doubts. Some of them even started to hurl insults at Lin Xia. Han Xiao typed, "Lin Xia, you're too shameless." Although the role of Yeva was supposed to be yours, Yeva personally asked Lin Yan to play the role. Yet, you pushed the blame to Lin Yan and claimed that Lin Yan snatched the role from you. Why are you such a hypocrite? I didn't realize it in the past. Your White Tiger typed, "Lin Xia, I was wrong about you." Your White Tiger replied, "Lin Xia, I was wrong about you. I didn't expect you to be such a person. You keep saying that your sister is snatching things from you and acting as though you've been wronged. I think you're just pretending. I have to thank Lang Mang for his straightforward personality. Otherwise, everyone would have been fooled by you." The Big Dipper typed, "You're shameless. Your lying skills are better than your acting skills. Lin Xia, why did you accuse Lin Yan of wronging her? What's your motive? Immeasurable Heavenly Venerate, you're in for a bloody calamity. I was wondering why the production crew was so blind to replace Lin Xia for no reason. So it turns out that Yeva is the one who chose Lin Xia. Lin Xia, if you're despicable, the heavens will punish you. If you don't want people to know, don't do it. I hope you can repent and turn over a new leaf. I'll eat watermelon and you'll eat S-typed, you people are ridiculous." Did Xia say that Lin Yan snatched the role from her? If there is, show us the evidence. Xia must be in a bad mood because she lost her role. She hasn't spoken yet. What are you imagining? Everyone knows what kind of person Lin Yan is. Why would Xia need to criticize her personally? When Lin Xia sensed that something was amiss, a large number of Internet Water Army joined the fray and reversed the situation. The Conqueror of Windcloud replied, "Lin Xia didn't say anything about Lin Yan stealing her role. She didn't say anything." Lonely Old Wang typed, "You were the ones who scolded Lin Yan. You were the ones who said that Xia's role had been stolen. Now, you're the ones who are flaming Xia. Xia didn't say that Lin Yan had stolen her role. You keyboard warriors were the ones who did. Now that you've been slapped in the face, you want to push the blame to Lin Xia? Do you have any shame?" With the appearance of a large number of fake reviewers and Xia's fans, many of the doubtful voices were erased. Indeed, Lin Xia had never claimed that Lin Yan had stolen the role of Yeva. She had merely chosen to remain silent at the right time, when many people had come to the comment section to seek confirmation. However, no one could tell if her silence was intentional or not. Lin Yan was lying comfortably on the couch as she watched the heated debate. Then, she logged into her alternate account. Chapter 685. Lin Yan had expected Lin Xia's fans and ghostwriters to attack her. Lin Xia had chosen to remain silent, which had been a good choice. Given Lin Xia's character, if she had remained silent, it would have been a silent admission. Everyone would have thought so. Even if things took a turn for the worse, Lin Xia would still have a way out. She had never spoken or expressed her opinion. Hence, it was impossible for her to be the scapegoat. Lin Xia's brilliance was to be able to attack and defend at the same time. No matter how the situation developed, it wouldn't matter to Lin Xia. She would be the one in charge. The netizens, who had calmed down, were puzzled as they read the comments of the fans and ghostwriters. Indeed, Lin Xia hadn't said anything or expressed her stance. They hadn't thought too much about the rumors that Lin Yan had snatched her role away from her because of the media. Now that they had scolded Lin Xia, they realized that it wasn't appropriate. Even some passers-by couldn't stand it anymore and began to speak up for Lin Xia. Lin Yen switched off her phone with a faint smile on her face. Her sister had a high status, so she wouldn't allow herself to be dragged into this mess. She wanted to send Pei Yutong a message, but the person in charge of the production crew called her. "Is this Miss Lin Yen?" "Yes, yes. It's me." Lin Yen perked up instantly. However, she was curious. There was still some time before the filming of Legend. Why would the person in charge call her now? Could it be because of the rumors about Lin Xue? However, Lin Yen soon realized that she was overthinking. "Miss Lin Yen, I have something to discuss with you. I would like you to sing the theme song of the movie and a few other important songs." Lin Yen was dumbfounded when she heard the manager. What the hell? He wanted her to sing. Lin Yen frowned. Let me confirm something. Did you say that you want me to sing the theme song of Legend and a few other songs? Miss Lin Yen, that is indeed the case. Lin Yen was speechless. Had the production crew lost their minds? She was an actress, not a singer. She could act, but she couldn't sing. The number of times she had been to a KTV in her life could be counted on one hand. Of the few times she had been there, she had never sung. Lin Yen replied, "I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want to sing, but she really didn't know how to sing. She didn't even know that she was tone deaf." Miss Lin Yen, for someone like me, the fees are different. Besides, we have a good song that we believe will be popular. Since you're acting as Yeva, the song will be played at the end of the movie. The effect will be the best and the fees will be high. Lin Yen leaped up from the couch. How much? You're tuning into the Romantic Tales YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.